Alright, hey everyone, this is Team Torchwood, and welcome back to another showdown. This is the showdown between Resurrection of the Daleks and Revelation of the Daleks. These two stories, well, aren't really the best stories in the world, but it was requested by Whovian Forever, and who might argue, he wants to know what it is. If you're interested, continue watching and you can see who wins, and hope you enjoy. So, as you guys know, you already know the layout, the layout of these showdowns. I make a point defending one of them, which means I'll make a point defending Resurrection of the Daleks, and then make a point to fight that, making a point to defend or put down Resurrection of the Daleks and defend Revelation of the Daleks. So let's just get into it. So, starting off with Resurrection. The Daleks felt scary. They felt threatening, which you don't really, you don't get that much. You do, but it's hard to explain. The death count, I'll just explain. The death count is nearly 70 in Resurrection of the Daleks. This makes the Daleks so feared, and you almost feel like the Doctor and his companions aren't really safe. I mean, maybe the companions only, but you start to think, oh crap, they're killing off a lot of characters. Maybe they could kill Tegan or Turlo. So, yeah, there's that. I mean, Resurrection was one of my, earliest stories, and I thought, wow, this is a really dark story considering so many people die. So, but a way to defend Revelation is that the Doctor, Tegan and Turlo in Resurrection of the Daleks weren't used that much, to be honest. Whereas in Revelation, obviously, Colin Baker and Perry were used a bit more, which is good. I mean, yeah, it's good that they actually use the Doctor and his companions plural sometimes, more often than the side cast. It's a bit irritating. So, yeah, I guess that's a good thing about Revelation. But at the same time, though, defending Resurrection again, Revelation, the Doctor and the companion, for over half, what I got is that the Doctor and Perry were walking around the outside for the first whole episode. And, God, that was boring. I've got to be honest, that was really boring. But, yeah, I mean, at least they actually used them at the same time. So, yeah, so I guess a good way to defend Revelation now, another one is the setting it on an alien planet is kind of good considering that's not like very often, and I believe as a planet we haven't been to before. I mean, it's good. I mean, I like the setting. It's nice. It's unique. You don't get that sort of setting like as much as other stories, to be honest. So, so I think that Resurrection of the Daleks is a more prominent part of Doctor Who's lore and storyline, because it is the companion exit of Tegan. And Tegan was, even though not the most popular companion, she was one of the longer companions, as she was in every single Fifth Doctor stories apart from Planet of Fire and Caves of Androzani. So she is definitely a important character for Doctor Who lore, to be honest. So this story is important to Doctor Who, like the show as of itself, So yeah, but at the same time, so Davros. Okay, so Davros obviously was in both stories. So in Resurrection, he wasn't used enough. He was just sitting around. I don't even know what he was doing. He wasn't actually doing anything, I don't think. I mean, yeah, he spoke a bit and he had these little plots and stuff, but honestly, he didn't do anything for the plot, I don't think. I mean, it had both stories kept the whole theme of the Dalek division and factoring, starting in Destiny and then finishing at Remembrance of the Daleks. But, in Resurrection, he literally didn't do anything. it's a little bit stupid, to be honest. Whereas in Revelation, Davros had a lot more time, and he ended up shooting some guys with this weird beam thing coming out of his forehead. And it wasn't... Okay, so here's the thing. In Revelation, it wasn't explained in the story, I don't think. I don't think that it was explained why Davros lost his body. I think I might have missed something, but at the same time, I think it didn't explain it. I don't think it explained. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it explained how Davros lost his body. I don't understand that. Yeah. So yeah. So in both stories, though, I have to say the fight sequences are quite good, actually. I prefer the fight sequences in Resurrection, to be honest, a bit more, because I don't know, there's more fear about who's gonna die. I mean, the fight between the Daleks in Resurrection is especially good, and the Daleks blowing up. Who doesn't love seeing that, all that action and stuff? And then I think another thing to actually defend Resurrection, just thought of this, is that Resurrection isn't only a base under siege story, on a spaceship where the Daleks have to come in and try to kill all the humans, which they do in the end, but the humans end up blowing up the ship. But it's not only a base under siege, and it's really cool, because they have loads of these little side plots with Tegan being sat in a bed, like, for the whole of the story, pretty much, just with this stupid cut on her forehead. But that's a bit stupid, but they have side plots, which is good. They have a lot of different side plots, and yes, Revelation had some, but I feel like in Resurrection they were more equally balanced, personally. I think in Resurrection they were equally balanced, whereas in Revelation it was kind of like, I can't exactly explain that well, but yeah. I mean, I like Resurrection. I like the Daleks. I like the Daleks in that more. I like how threatening they are. But yeah, So I mean, they're not outstanding stories. But I've got to say, please don't let my opinion sway you. I want your honest opinion in the comments. And I want your honest opinion of which you think is better, and find out which wins. All right. So yeah, I don't want you to sway me. I don't want my opinion to change yours. I just want to let you know I prefer Resurrection by a mile, because I love the fear of it. I love the Daleks and everything, and plus it was one of my earliest stories, so it has a lot of nostalgia. When I watch it, I get a lot of nostalgia from it. But Revelation isn't... I don't know. I can't exactly call it the worst Dalek story, because it isn't. I mean, I can't really think of a terrible Dalek story. Well, from the classic series. But yeah, I can't really think of a terrible Dalek story, Yeah, to be honest. I mean, yeah. Destiny isn't really liked, but I don't mind it, so there aren't really any bad Dalek stories from what I know of. But I can't call Revelation a bad Dalek story. So I hope this helped you to decide which is better if you were struggling. And I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.